the consequences of Manchester United's 3-2 loss to Brighton are still being felt. The club were 3-1 down at halftime at the Amex and could not find a way back into the game. Defeat comes after a frustrating summer for Jose Mourinho, the manager, who was unable to add a centre-back he was so keen to sign during the transfer window. Mourinho oversaw Man United's 3-2 loss to Brighton. United were linked with Harry Maguire, Toby Alderweireld and Jerome Boeteng, but failed to sign any of them, with Fred, Diogo Dalot and Lee Grant being the only arrivals. No Premier League title has been won since Sir Alex Ferguson left his role as manager in 2013, with David Moyes, Louis van Gaal and Mourinho unable to land the coveted prize, with supporters having to be content with the FA Cup, League Cup and Europa League instead. Regardless, the defeat at Brighton, a team that battled relegation last season, their first in the top flight since 1983, appeared to be the straw that broke the camel's back for one fan, who was particularly furious with Mourinho. To be honest with you, if you look at all the other sides at the top end of the table, everybody plays on the front foot, John told the Alan Brazil Sports Breakfast on TalkSport. Football has evolved from Mourinho's style. He's an absolute dinosaur in the way he sets his team up. I don't understand anyone who would send their team out to play like Mourinho does. Even yesterday's performance has no identity to it whatsoever. It didn't even look like a Mourinho performance. The man has to go, and he should have gone last night. Chief Executive Ed Woodward should have gone down to the tunnel and got rid of him there and then. But the problem at Man United runs deeper than just the manager. The problem started when former United chief executive David Gill and Fergie left at the same time, and ever since then it's the blind leading the blind at Man United. What they need now is some kind of structure in place at the club, because there's nobody with any football knowledge whatsoever running the football club. Ed Woodward is as much to blame as Jose Mourinho is, and they both need to go, and the owners need to appoint some kind of director of football who has an ounce of knowledge about football, and then get a manager who is willing to play on the front foot as well. Incredibly, for a man who has delivered trophies since being appointed in 2016 and managed a runners-up spot last term, there are odds as low as 4/1 for Mourinho to be the first manager sacked this season. Former Man United right-back Gary Neville wants to see the boss backed in the transfer market, and explained that Mourinho will feel disappointed at not being supported, and despite the vast sums of money spent on players already. He needs further investment. It's obvious that he does, and the club should support him in that, because you can't withdraw partway through a process. They have to go for it, he told Sky Sports after the Brighton defeat. It will get better, and Manchester United will get stronger and won't be easy to play against. I do think they will finish in the top 4, but the top 4 historically has never been the benchmark of what Manchester United are. They have always judged themselves by Premier League titles. At this moment in time, that looks unlikely. Obviously it is still early in the season, but it does look unlikely that Manchester United are anywhere near good enough, as we sit here today. Man United last won the title under Ferguson in 2013. Forget everything else, that back four is not good enough to win a Premier League title. Let's start and finish with that. The goalkeeper is the best in the world, the midfield is strong with Paul Pogba, Nemanja Matic and Fred, and up front there is Romelu Lukaku, Anthony Martial, Alexis Sanchez, Marcus Rashford, Jesse Lingard, Juan Mata and a lot of good players. But that back four looks like it will always cause problems and always concede goals. It doesn't have authority, and that is a problem. Jose Mourinho is a vampire. He has sucked the life out of Man United. Arsenal beat Chelsea, Wolves win. Stats reveal how place games should have ended Moyes' fifth job in 5 years. Shock roll on cards for ex-Man United boss. Fellaini and Mata would have done a better job in defense for Man United. Manchester United's recruitment blasted, theirs. no plan or philosophy. This is the most average group of players I have ever seen at Man United. Man United boss Mourinho snaps at female reporter after Brighton defeat. Brighton secure convincing win over Man United at the Amex. Guardiola responds to Mourinho's "you cannot buy class" comments. Man of the match in every Premier League game this weekend, according to statistics. How every Premier League game should have finished, according to statistics. These Liverpool, Arsenal and Man City fans were loving Eric Bailly's first half.